The girl savored a bite of the fish. She made a strange face, but the people next to her looked thoroughly enjoying themselves. Then they started rating the dishes one after another. At that moment, the girl received a message. Her friend asked why she hadn't arrived yet. It turned out that Angie had accidentally walked into the wrong room. She had entered the tasting banquet of a Michelin 5-star chef while her friend was in the hall outside, so Angie took the chance to slip out. It wasn't until the assistant reported the diner's evaluations. However, all the questionnaires from the guests were full of praise. The female secretary promptly replied that there was only one person's comment, which read, "The 4 herbs have too strong a scent." Not even a name was filled in. It was this sentence. Chef suddenly froze. He thinks it's incredible. How could someone taste 4 kinds of herbal flavors? He clearly remembered that his ingredients did not have such a scent. To verify if this was true, the chef rushed to the kitchen and took out a can of butter. It turned out that the milk used to make the butter was squeezed from imported grass-fed cows. This theory shocked the assistant greatly. This person has an extremely strong sense of taste. Carl decided he must find this person, and Angie was about to meet someone who would change her destiny. But because Angie was too tired from work, she fell asleep on the job. She was then fired by the manager. In low spirits, Angie decided to treat herself to a nice meal to cheer up. Unexpectedly, because the restaurant was full, the two ended up sitting together. Both were sensitive to good food, so they started a conversation. Upon learning that the girl had complained about the Michelin chef for making a fried fish fillet with a 4-fold herbal scent, Carl watched the girl leave and realized that she was the one he had been looking for. So Carl chased after her and offered her $1,000 a day to be his assistant. Angie had just lost her job, and this was a temptation for her. She readily agreed. She didn't realize that this was Carl's test for her. The next day, Carl took her around and they stopped at a cafe to rest. While Angie went to the bathroom, Carl dipped a toothpick into a cake and then put it into the girl's coffee. Unexpectedly, Angie took just one sip and tasted the salted egg yolk flavor. This made her curious. Carl pretended to be calm on the surface, but he was very satisfied with Angie in his heart. On the way back, Carl decided to formally inform her to come to his company. He then told Angie an address and asked her to come find him the next day. The next day, Angie arrived at the address, but before she could meet him, she was stopped by the female secretary who had a crush on Carl. Angie said she was invited to meet Carl. Unexpectedly, the female secretary directly mocked her, saying she had seen many people like Angie, vain and eager to climb the social ladder. "Don't even think about getting close to Carl this way," Angie argued with her, but the woman ignored her. "And start delivering messages in Carl's name. Please don't mention anything about him to the outside world, and demand that Carl's phone number be deleted. Don't even think about contacting Carl." Angie grew more and more angry and directly deleted the contact information herself. Just like that, Angie missed a chance to change her destiny. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes.